Hey guys, Kapper here, and we have a fantastic day here in Southern Illinois to be out and about. I got Iron Mike working in the shop, and we're going to bring you some updates. It's August 14th today. I'm working on some food plot maintenance. Hopefully I'll get the big bush hog out later today, and we'll check in on what Mike's doing in the shop. So let's go have some fun. And I'm also going to check in on the soybeans, the corn, and the Milo, and just see if we have germination. All right, here we are, August 14th, and Iron Mike is back on the scene. What do you say, Mike?
What do you say, Joe?
Appreciate you coming over again, as usual.
No problem.
He's going after an oil leak here on Megatron 2.0, which is probably an oil leak. And how did these discs go?
Oh, you don't want me to tell you.
Yeah, it's got to be family friendly.
It's got to be family friendly, so yeah, they're off though. We got them all off and got you ready to go get some new parts.
Right, man, we're going to replace all 8 of those discs. Grease caps and everything, if we can find it all in a set or something. So, all right, I'm going to go hit some fields, man.
All right, I'm going to get on this oil.
Okay, let's check in on the corn first. I already see some pretty decent rows here. This was the replanting. We're all the way down, you know. I don't see nearly the blank spots as I did the first time. So we got germination on the corn. All right, let's see if we can find some beans. Okay, actually that might be Milo, because it's gonna look just like corn. So, and I know I planted some different patches, so let me find one of those for sure. I mean, these corns are looking pretty good here. Corn. Let's see if we got any beans in here. I'm gonna guess this stuff is Milo. Let's see how much thinner it is than the corn, and it's coming up. So looks like we have Milo germination. This doesn't seem to be as good as the corn, but that was like 3 days after I planted the corn. But there again, you see some more. So these rows are coming up. Now it's hard to say how full they're going to be right now because it's early, but they're definitely coming up. That's Milo right there. All right, I found my first soybean right there. All right, and down the road there's another one, and I see another one. Doesn't look all that full though. I'm wondering if that was before or after I figured out it was a little bit too deep for the beans. So yeah, not many beans coming up. Good thing they were free. And anything that ain't gonna come up in beans, I'll probably be putting, you know, a green plot in that area. So we have a start. We got corn and Milo coming up. We'll see how it's gonna go here in the next few weeks as to where I'm gonna put extra fall plots at. Washout right there. See all the rock right there behind the weeds. It's getting really deep. This cut was not here before. Well, actually it was way up in the woods, but now it's getting lower and lower. Have to keep an eye on that. That's a dangerous cut right there, but the trail is right here where I'm at. Somebody not familiar with it, right down in that cut. Hey, Schickster, how's that for a mushroom? That thing's about 14 inches across, tucked up next to a nice poison vine. I think you should come pick that one. All right, so here's another spot under the big high lines. This center patch here is Milo, the left is corn, and the right is beans. And looks like we've got Milo coming up pretty good. You see all the green in the row there? That's all Milo. Right there, and more. It's all Milo. So the Milo is looking like it's got pretty good germination all the way down the row. Let's look at the corn over here next. And the corn looks pretty good. We got pretty decent germination going down the rows. You know, not quite perfect like a farm planter, but we'll see how that goes. The beans, not so much. I got a feeling they're a little bit too deep. Yeah, I'm not seeing really any bean germination in any of the rows here. So either old seed, that's possible, because I used the free stuff I got from the farmer, and it sure looked like older than 1 year by the looks of the bag. So it could just be really old seed, or it's a smidge too deep on that planter, which I'm going to remedy that here this winter and rebuild that planter, at least the new cutting discs. So these areas may just become wheat fields here about 2 weeks from now if there's no beans coming up. All right, I stay prepared. Okay, so Mike cleaned out the radiators up in front here, the trans coolers, and man, they were packed with dirt, which is definitely my fault. But you know, road trucks, you don't think of it the same as equipment, that you got to clean them as often. So I think we're going to resolve the overheating problem on the dump truck, which is really good news. All right, sorry Matt, I think I'm a little heavier than you thought. So I gotta replace a couple tack welds because I leaned back in this new seat and broke a couple of the tack welds. So basically, right there, you can see where I broke one on each side. So I'm gonna try and get them tacked back down safely as possible in tight spacing. Yeah, I have gained a few pounds, Matt, over the last year, so I'll admit that. Hey there, little buddy. Look at this little guy. Ooh, that black mat is hot. I don't think that's a viper. Oh man, man, it's too hot even for snakes. Dang. I mean, it has been hot. I mean, we're having, these last few days are heat advisories. Poor thing hit that concrete, and that was the end of that. All right, there we are. This is really tight spacing. Hopefully I got enough. I had one on each side, but you see he's got them on the inside here too, and I can't get to those. There's no way without pulling the whole seat off, so we'll give it a run like this. All right, let's check out the duck pond. These, I'm pretty sure, are not weeds in here. See what we got going on. Got really good germination of the Milo. I'm pretty sure the big ones are the Milo. Although they could be the millet too. I mean, I'm not sure how they look differently when they're young. Down here, this looks more like millet, and the cornstalk looking ones look more like Milo. So we definitely have decent germination. I mean, we got some bare spots here, but it's looking pretty good. If it survives and the deer don't crush it, and it gets some seed heads on it, and we get it flooded this fall, that'll actually be the first fall that this thing might actually hold water for us. So I got to keep working on the dam with the excavator and the dump truck, but the inside is all planted. And looking pretty decent right now. I might have to shoot it with a little more fertilizer, give it some boost. So the duck pond is growing. Yeah, you see that? Crunch, 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 the end's missing. We got taste testers in here already, but supposedly they don't really like Milo like they do corn, even though they're similar. So fingers crossed. Okay, Megatron 2.0 is hooked up with the 6-foot bush hog and ready to go. Got everything lubed up, ready to roll, probably tomorrow or the next day. And I got to bring that big one back in. We had a big day today. Mike got all the discs off of this one. The 4-row planter, Mike did some work on the truck. We got that all cleaned up. He's got a part coming for tomorrow. Try and get rid of the squeak. So we have made some pretty good progress today. I sprayed the last couple of food plots, so it's time to start tilling and disking and putting in the fall plots. So progress is being made. So I'm doing my evening routine on the beach, and my phone was totally dead from filming on it and using it all day. So I grabbed one of these solar flashlights and it plugs into my phone. So it's actually charging my phone right now. And it's charging itself from the solar panels. Cool.